Hello viewers, Nagaland Esports Society bra TXG Expo Nagaland 2026 itu event organized কৰিছে আৰু itu event de Mumbai Falcons Racing Limited kanode collaborate কৰিনা Formula 1 Sim Racing India Open 2026 Kohima round itu be host কৰিছে আৰু itu championship de prize pool do 2 crore rupees আছে viewers iwi itu logo upper de organizers khamba naitu resort take the press conference rakhina ase iwi the press conference details pra saisabo
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Nagaland Esports Society, I want to welcome all our distinguished guests and our friends from the media and everyone present here today. We're here to share an important development for Nagaland's young people, collaboration between Tech Gaming Expo 2026 and the Mumbai Falcons Racing Limited. So joining us here today, on my left, we have our president from the Nagaland Esports Society, Mr. Molong. Over there we have Mr. Arun Kapan. Next to him we have Mr. Ishan Pateya, General Manager Mumbai Falcons, and at the end Mr. Firoz Javeri, Director Race Operations Mumbai Falcons. I'll now hand over the mic to Molong to give us an opening address.
Thank you, Kaki. Like Kaki had mentioned, thank you to all the press that have gathered here today. As part of the initiative, we are pleased to announce Mumbai Falcons, a sim racing team that has come all the way from Mumbai. Even though we are from a very far region, they have taken this sort of leap of faith and have come all the way, and we're extremely grateful to the team. I really do hope that the outcome that you expect will be fulfilled, and yeah, I'll just hand over the mic to the team and they'll explain everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you everybody for being here. I always like to say that the next person to represent India globally at the stage of motorsports is probably not even born yet. Or even if he's born, he probably doesn't know that the talent exists in him. And that's the void that we want to fill, or rather that's what we're working towards. The F1 Sim Racing India Open is a program that's designed to democratize motorsport, to make it more accessible for the youth of this country, to create a structure, to build a grassroots development program for the young kids to actually come out, help us identify their potential. We help nurture them, help them race against each other, eventually culminating in a grand finale in Mumbai. And moving from the simulator, from a virtual world to real world racing, where the simulator is a tool, is a technological tool that we employ to identify potential in young kids. And we like to think a simulator is the most unbiased tool that there is out there to identify potential. A simulator doesn't know your name, your age, your gender, your race, your religion, your caste, who your parents are, how much money you have in your bank account. It doesn't know all of that. And the stopwatch never lies. So the most unbiased way right now to identify potential in motorsports would be to start off from sim racing. It also fills in the big gap that we have currently, or a vacuum that we've created in this country in terms of motorsporting infrastructure. Where, like he said, we've come so far away. We are all the way back here in the Northeast. We claim that it's a national motorsport talent hunt, and it would not be a national motorsport talent hunt if we do not go to the length and breadth of this country. So it's very important that we show up in places where we're most unlikely to show up. And when we heard about TXG coming up, we heard about NES trying to put this together, when the government supporting them, trying to position Nagaland as a future-forward state, a state for the youth, a state that is technologically advancing at a rapid stage. The flag bearer for the Northeast, we tell it's only fair that Formula One Sim Racing India, Formula One itself, Mumbai Falcons Racing Limited comes together and takes this initiative and takes a program to Nagaland, to bring it to Kohima. In fact, today I was at Livingston School, I was speaking to children, I spoke to about 700-800 students about this program. And it's a very simple program that we're trying to bring to this country. I'd like some visual aids to help us out a little bit. That is a simulator. That is what we use. Playseat, Fanatec, Formula One licensed, top of the line technology. Expensive, but that's where we come in. We want to take these simulators, take them around to different parts of the country, work with the age group 10 onwards. Our target group is in schools, class 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. That's where the junior championship is. These kids, and they've seen Formula One. When you show them the logo of Formula One, they know it. They're well versed with what Formula One is. We want them to get in these simulators. We want them to put down that lap time. We want to use this lap time to get this data, put it on a table and really filter out who the really top fast children in this country are. Bring all of them together, get them to start racing against and with each other. So that's identifying potential in young children, nurturing that talent and that potential, bringing them together to start racing. And the ones who make the cut, who make it to the grand finale, we bring them all down to Bombay. That's where Formula One, those esport teams, that whole infrastructure, that whole ecosystem shows up in India. And together, we churn them down. We go through knockouts, quarterfinals, semifinals, and in the end, the aim is to find 20 juniors and 20 seniors. We race 6 races, 50% race distance, and at the end of it, the winner of the junior and the winner of the senior championship, both of them get a 1 crore prize each. That's a 2 crore rupee prize pool, which we think in India is quite incredible. I mean, 2 crore rupees from an esport championship, it still stands for a lot. And the best part, it doesn't get over there. From these simulators, the top children below the age of 18, the ones who really have potential, the ones who are really fast, we take them further from there and put them into 4-stroke go-karts. We can't possibly fly 10,000 children to go-kart tracks, but we can 500 odd kids to the go-kart track for sure. We put them into a 4-stroke go-kart. They work with the driver coaches, they work with our engineers, they work with our mental conditioners. They put down those lap times. We knock out. Half of them come back next year, probably get better. The rest of them, they move forward to a 2-stroke go-kart, which is a real competition spec go-kart, is what we race around the world, in Europe, in Asia, in America. From there, it carries on forward to a point where we want to find the 36 top children in each of these categories. They start racing. The top ones from there, the ones who win, get access to a 3 crore rupee driver development fund. This acts like a catalyst, because we've heard this numerous times, where motorsport is cash intensive. It's not an inexpensive sport, but that's where we want to come in. We want to help these kids and their parents, because we know that at this age, kids are nothing without their parents. We want to gain the trust of these parents to get them to understand that motorsport is an actual viable professional career option forward from here. And not just racing. Racing and the whole field of STEM, that's science, technology, engineering and mathematics. All of this together is what ecosystem of motorsport belongs to. Not every kid wants to become a racing car driver. Some do, but many of them probably just want to work in the ecosystem of racing, be a race engineer, be it media communications, be it a technical field. And we want to give them an access to this ecosystem. We want to help the parents understand the pathway forward. And also at the beginning of their career, instead of working just with their own budgets, we would like to give them this development fund. So by the time the parents get a stark understanding of the reality of motorsports, and also see how good the kid performs. Till that time, we can help them with our driver development fund, and till then and after that, we build a structure for them forward, depending upon his performance. Because we know it. Anything that's to do with athleticism, you have to perform. Without performing, there's nowhere to go. If you're not performing, you're probably not good enough. So these few years after you get into our driver academy, we nurture you, we understand, we keep an eye on you, we see how you're performing, and we see what the path forward from there is. And we as a racing team, we're quite well versed with this. Today when you look at Formula 3, Formula 2, and Formula 1, that's the ladder that heads to Formula 1. Below Formula 3, you have your Formula Regional, Formula 4, and starts at go-karting. When you see this ladder of Formula 3, Formula 2, and Formula 1, we have 13 drivers who've been supported by Mumbai Falcons, who raced with Mumbai Falcons, present across the grid. And a very interesting fact that we looked at yesterday, the current championship leaders of each of these categories are all Mumbai Falcon drivers. Freddie Slater leads the Formula 3 championship at the moment. He won the Formula 4 vice champion, Formula Regional with Mumbai Falcons. The Formula 2 current championship leader, Rafael Camara, raced with Mumbai Falcons in 2023. Formula 1 current world championship, Kimi Antonelli won his junior championship in 2023 with Mumbai Falcons. So it's not just the start of the structure, it's the real pathway forward to actually get to Formula 2, and that's what we provide under one umbrella. And that's what we want to get to these kids, that's what we want to get to the students, that's what we want to get to the parents, and that's what we're building here. And that's why we're moving across this country, getting these simulators to people, getting simulators to kids, getting to go to these schools. We've spoken to more than 30,000 children at this point. We've gone to more than 50 educational institutes where we've held seminars. We've spoken to these kids. We've spoken to the deans of these institutes. We've even gone to IITs and IIMs and spoken there and getting them to understand what the structure is. And I always ask one question to the kids. This program is designed for the kids. It's not designed for adults, it's designed for kids. And I always ask the kids, do you all understand this program? Does this program and structure make sense to you? And we are quite relieved to that we always hear that, yes, this structure makes sense. After all, we've seen this. India hosted the Commonwealth Games in 2010. And we just came back from the Commonwealth Games right now in Glasgow. We were 4th in the overall standings. What has changed since 2010 to now is our grassroots program. And you can see it in every state. You can see it with Khelo India. You can see it with the Prime Minister's speech at the Red Fort. He wants to put together a national talent hunt for the Indian Olympics, or the IO for the Olympics in 2036. So the grassroots program is very, very important for any sporting structure in the world. And it's well proven that if you invest in a grassroots program, your athletes and your young kids who are coming through it will really flourish in the days and the years to come. So if you want to work there, we want to give this structure to kids, and it's quite well reciprocated. We had 3,000 kids show up in Delhi. All of them did the time trials. We've been to some really interesting schools, and we've received immense support from schools, which is very refreshing. Immense support from parents because they want their kids to explore something new, and that's the new age India. That's what we're trying to bring to this program. And Formula 1, that brand name brings together a lot of credibility. Mumbai Falcons itself gets a lot of credibility with the structured pathway forward to Formula 2 and other racing opportunities. Formula 2 is not the only place you can go and race many other things. When we package all of this in the structured program, is your F1 Sim Racing India Open and the 1 in a billion hunt Agla Star. It's very simplistic, it's not very complicated. Get into the simulator, put your lap time down, see how fast you are. The fastest kids move forward, they race together. The fastest from there move forward to the finale, they race together. The one who wins gets ₹1 crore. They move to a go-kart, they race again. The fastest one move to a faster go-kart, they race again. The ones from there who win get access to a driver development fund. The really fast ones get to be a part of the Mumbai Falcons Driver Academy. And while this is happening for boys, we of course have Shreyas Iyer and Jemima Rodriguez, who are ambassadors of the program. They're both cricketers. They're very, very interesting personalities. They're both a product of a grassroots program. They both come from the MCA. They both were discovered at a very young age, and they made their way to the epitome of cricket in India. One's the captain of the T20 team. One is the third woman to ever get a grade A contract from the BCCI. And their backing of this program is very important for us. They're just not figureheads or people's photos that we put up, but they're actual people who contribute to the program. We showed you a few videos of Shreyas driving the Formula car, the Ferrari 488 GT. He's driven go-karts. He's come, spent time with the racing team, with our children on the go-kart track. He understands what it takes. He understands the pressure that kids go to. A 10-year-old kid who has to balance school, work, going to the gym, going to the racetrack and racing, and all the pressure that comes with it is very incredible. And similarly with Jemima, she understands the importance of building a pathway forward for women, for girls. And we're very happy that Formula One has Formula One Academy, which is an all-girls racing championship that happens there. And this is a pathway directly there. And all of this together is what we believe would be an ideal structure to begin amplification of this program in India, really help motorsport. It's a long program. Rome wasn't built in a day. We won't find the kid this year, hopefully we will. The aim is always to look for fast children. We always say we're not here for entertainment, we're not here for gaming, we're not here to build an arcade. We're a very serious racing team. This is a very serious program. We're looking out for fast kids. We always have an eye out for them. And we're very, very happy to be here with NES, with TXG, support of the government, put this together for Nagaland. Hopefully make it a yearly occurrence, like they want to make it a yearly occurrence also for TXG. And we come back here, and hopefully all the Northeast comes together and we keep building. The first 2-3 years are always about awareness and amplification, and then the larger program comes into life, where kids are very, very eager that every year that F1 sim racing is coming to my school. I'm ready for it. I'm going to get into the track, get into the simulator. I'm going to race. I'm going to put my best foot forward, and we take them forward from there. If you guys will have any questions, we're more than happy. The whole point is that if you all want any clarity on what we're trying to do, why are we here, where did the idea stem from, we're more than happy to answer this. But this is a program in a nutshell. Like I said, it's very simple. Don't want to complicate it. We're dealing with young children. They're at the age of 8, 9, 10. That's where they come from. For them, it's very simple. Get in the sim, drive fast. If you're fast there, we put in a go-kart, drive fast again. If you're fast there, we put you in a driver academy. If you're fast there, we put you into an actual racing team up ahead in the future. And we work with your parents, get them to understand the ecosystem of racing, which we have a good understanding of. So if you guys have any questions, we're more than happy to open the floor up. And while you guys would like to come up with questions, I would like to put some visuals up ahead, so it gets. I do understand that simulator racing. It's a new concept for many people. They're getting versed with it for the first time. A lot of kids here in Nagaland, or even in India, they're getting into a simulator for the first time. They're not well versed with what a simulator could be. But let me tell you, today simulators are the backbone of racing. With limited testing available right now, every professional racing team, which are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, $1 billion team, spends ample amount of time in a simulator perfecting their setup before they actually hit the racetrack. Every time a driver goes to a new racetrack to race, he spends countless hours in the simulator. There are reserve drivers who are back in the factory who spend countless hours perfecting every setup that's given to them by race engineers to make sure that when they arrive at the racetrack, they're the most efficient team there, so they maximize the amount of time that they're given there. And on the other hand, it's not just about fast lap times. We also concern ourselves with two very important terms: mental economy and neural efficiency. And we work on that. We want kids to exercise the mental part of their head to spend the least amount of computing power to achieve the maximum output. That's the best part about being an athlete, about being a racing car driver. That you make split-second decisions, but you don't use a lot of your computing power. You can just do them because it's second nature. It's your second skin. It's like your motor skills are developed to a level where you can easily do this on a day-to-day basis. Motorsport athletes today are one of the fittest athletes in the world amongst every one of them. Imagine getting into a car and performing at the same level for more than an hour, where you have to be inch perfect, almost millimeter perfect with every lap on every corner. There is no one ball, 30-second reset, the ball comes again. There is no, the ball goes out, reset, or the ball is there and I can be here, or anywhere else. So it's a very competitive sport. It's widely regarded around the world. India's also raced quite a bit. In the past, Barrackpore, for example, closer from here, was always racing. Many other parts of India, Sholavaram, Delhi, Mumbai, we've always had racing there. We've had a lot of rallies in the Northeast also, so people are well versed with it. We just want to give a better structure to the program. This is what the simulators look like. This is what the setup looks like when we get them to Kohima and TXG, put them together. kids come in, they speak to our driver coaches, they observe a little bit. They do their homework and they come there because we make them understand that just sitting in the simulator and driving aimlessly goes nowhere. So they do a little bit of the homework, they understand the track layouts, they get into the simulators, they put their lap times, they ask you questions, they ask you why am I not fast, what am I doing wrong, then you help them a little bit. They get some time off, they get back into the seat. We make sure that kids get ample amount of seat time because that's the only way forward. More seat time is faster. And we keep moving forward from there. The response has been incredible in this country, I must say. We just came from Patna, where the government also was very, very happy to help support us. They provided us with fantastic infrastructure. People of Patna were very happy for us to be there. They were very inclusive of the fact that we thought of coming to Bihar. Similarly, when we feel like we're coming to Nagaland, I feel like the people here, the kids here are very, very happy that we thought of coming all the way here, the far extent to the northeast of India. Like I said, if it's not a true national motorsport talent hunt, if you don't go to the length and breadth of this country. And we want to do that, and like I said, we want to make this a yearly occurrence to keep coming back. Of course, we use the F1 25 game, along with the simulators, to run the entire talent hunt, to run the F1 Sim Racing India Open. Sure, simulators are technologically advanced right now to give us good amount of data, but so are the games right now. The game that we use, every racetrack is LiDAR mapped. So the surface of the racetrack is very realistic what the real racetrack is. So a bump on the real racetrack in the real world is a bump in the game. So every time you drive over it, you feel it. And that's what gives us the confidence in the data from the simulator that yes, we can trust this data to identify potential in that child. And like I said, we're not looking for fast kids when we start, we're looking for consistency. We're looking for kids who are determined, we're looking for kids who are consistent, who are putting lap in and after lap and after lap and putting that lap time in that delta, not for an outright fast pace. Pace comes later. First you got to show us something else. And that's why we keep building on it. We have a small video that we always have kids. I think they really, really love this and something that you guys would also enjoy. Can we have the audio please up?
The world believes speed is something we must learn. They are wrong. In India, a child is born with the knowledge of speed. It is an inheritance of centuries. A legacy of raw, undeniable power. And now, we engineer it for the world. For 1,000 years, this land has raced. On water, on earth, every sea, every coast. And now, the next one comes from here. We have always been fast. India will finally unleash the new generation of speed.
And rightly so, India will unleash a new generation of talent. We are here, F1 Sim Racing India Open is here in Nagaland to identify potential really fast children, to make them the benchmark for the rest of the country, to provide determination, to provide an opportunity for the next kids to come in, to build that competitive nature in this state, to build that competitive scenario within the kids, to have that chat, to have that conversation. That yes, I want to go racing, what was your lap time, what was my lap time? So we are here in Nagaland, we want to identify really fast kids, identify potential in them and move them forward. Mumbai Falcons Racing Limited is the only company in India which is officially working with Formula One as a license holder. We built this IP with Formula One in a partnership to bring this to India. And we really do believe in this program, and that's why we are here. We want to really thank the government. We would love to thank TXG, NES for having us here. We really appreciate your support. We would like to invite all of you all to come down to Kohima on the 28th and the 29th for TXG. Get into the simulators, and for yourselves figure out what do I mean when I say how realistic a simulator is nowadays. We want you to come down, get into the simulators. This is one part of it, but the real part is in the simulators. So yeah, we're very happy to be here. We're more than happy to make this a yearly occurrence. The kids are very excited. We want to find, I'm sure there is a lot of talent in this state. They're in these classrooms, we've been speaking to many children. There's a lot of buzz around it. There's of course a 2 crore prize money also. So yeah, we were more than happy to be here, and we're passionate people. We're a serious racing team, and yeah, today if you were at Livingston School, you would have seen how excited the kids were about Formula One when they saw that logo. It really put a big smile on their face, and they were so excited when I asked them, how do you think you guys will be fast? They hesitated a little bit. But eventually they were like, yes, I think I'm going to be fast. They are confident. I get, the teacher over there was also telling us there's a difference between mainland India and, being here in the Northeast. Maybe they take a little bit of time to open up to you, but when they do open up to you, they're very excited. They really are confident children underlying that they really want to be a part of this. And like I said, the first few years all about amplification, building awareness, and is where all of you all really help us and really play a very important part. And we'd like to invite you to come down to Kohima, spend some time with the simulators, get into it. Maybe it answers a lot of the questions in your mind, and you'll also realize how, I won't say difficult, but how intricate it is, how specific you have to be, how efficient you have to be when you come and try the simulators there. And yeah, thank you for everybody to be here. Please, some questions if you guys would have any, we're more than happy to answer them. But like I said, the program is very simple, and if you have any more questions, you can always come to Kohima. I know we'll be more than happy to take them up there. Yes, ma'am, please.
I have a question. Could you kindly let us know more about the humanitarian group and the age group of the participants? How many do you plan to select? Take your time.
So the F1 sim racing, the current age group that we're working with is 10 and above. So we broadly categorize it as 10 to 65. There's a junior championship that's 10 to 14, and then there's a senior championship that's 14 and above. Because you have to be, anything above 15, you're a little too old to be in motorsports. But within you're still working with it. Maybe we find a really talented child there. But at 10, 11, 12, that's the age where you should be in a go-kart. Internationally, at the age of 4, 5, 6, that's when these drivers get into a go-kart and are already racing. So yeah, 10 onwards. But we do have special scenarios. We have some 8-year-old children who've come into our simulators and have put amazing lap times, and we've given them wildcard entries. So we're very open about it, we're very inclusive. For us, what matters is talent and raw speed, potential. So yeah, 10 to 65. Numbers, we can put the numbers down, but they keep shifting a lot. But we would like to take 1,000 children to Mumbai. So that's 500 juniors and 500 seniors. And we will do a reverse calculation back from there to zonals and from the time trials, because it varies a lot. India is a very large country, very big demographic, so it's very difficult to say what kind of response we get from where. But yes, we want to take 1,000 children to Mumbai. There's 500 juniors and 500 seniors. Yeah, in the end, like I said, it's about potential. So we are not, of course there's a cut-off time, but we're looking at pace. So if you're fast, you are welcome. You're more than welcome to come into the time trials. You come down to the zone qualifiers, we come down to the finale. It's about pace, it's about being fast, potential. So yeah, 1,000 children come to Bombay, age group 10 to 65. Anything younger than that, we're always there to look at it. And we've done that. We've always had some 8-year-old children come, and we've given them some really nice wildcard entries, and they really surprised us.
Could you kindly shed more light on particularly the event in Kohima? When, where, how?
The expo itself, it's it's sort of a celebration and sort of like we want to give exposure to the students on different career paths, not just the examinations that happen every year. We're really excited to sort of like have Mumbai Falcons as well, because again, we're not looking at traditional career paths. Like these are niche right now, but then it's already like it's a very successful like formula already that's adopted by the world. It's just that we don't have the exposure. So the idea of the expo is to sort of expose the students and enthusiasts and the parents as well to like the different digital career paths, or say even the sim racing as well. So the idea itself is just to have like the like an exhibition of every disciplines of every like sort of like digital like path.
So when is it happening?
It's on the 28th and the 29th of this month, August. It's at NPCC Convention Center in Kohima. The timing starts at 10 o'clock and it ends at 5:30.
And he's rightly said that. I always like to add that yes, there's F1 sim racing, there's your STEM pathways to career options in racing, and then there's road safety. This lies at the influx of all three of them, which is right in the middle. Because this gets people to understand that yes, if you're going to go racing, this is where you go. If you want a pathway into career modes in racing, in motorsports, you also come here. And it also teaches children that, like I always like to say, what Uncle Ben, Spider-Man's uncle told Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. The place to go fast or drive your car fast is the racetrack. It's not your road outside your house. And when kids come to the racetrack and they get in that go-kart and drive fast on the track, they understand that and they know that, okay, if I want to drive fast, I go to the racetrack. The road outside my house is meant for commuting. So this is what we're here to amplify also. STEM career options, the pathways in the future, you've got your F1 sim racing and you've got your road safety program, which I think is very, very important right now in India. Thank you very much. I mean, we're around if you guys have any questions that come up later on, you guys always can come up and ask us, but thank you so much. Please come down. For your actual news piece, you can do your PTCs here, but then the actual piece after this, you can come down to the simulators, get in there, spend some time, drive them. You'll really realize what 18 Newton meters of torque can do to your arms and how it's really intense. It's not just a game. No, you have to sit in, drive, and Formula One takes it very seriously. We take it very seriously. We make sure that the benchmark is the same for every kid in the country. So the setup is similar for everybody. So the kids in Nagaland drive exactly what the kids in Patna drove, exactly what the kids in Delhi drove, what the kids in Bombay drove. So there's no disparity there. And girls, boys, everybody alike get into simulators and drive. It's just a very nice celebration of a community getting together. It's very nice to see when these kids come out and they start talking and they chat about racing and corners and what did you do, and they have a big smile. They go back home the next day and they tell all their contemporaries or their colleagues. And what I did yesterday, I went into some sim racing, and the parents will also come back to us and be like, oh, thank you very much for coming here and exposing the children to something new. Because like you said, education is not the only way. If you want to build a well-rounded individual, you have to experience many other things in life. And this is part of that. It's technology. Tomorrow when there's a conversation, people here, kids here can be at the forefront and be like, yeah, I did sim racing, it's very nice. It's something that I experienced also. We're very happy to do that. And every kid comes and leaves there with a big smile on his face, and we're 100% sure of that. And it's quite something to see. So yeah, please do come down, all of y'all, and we'll see you there. Kohima, NBCC Convention Place. It's from the 28th and the 29th, and we'll be there. F1 Sim Racing India Open. Thank you very much for coming around and spending time with us here. Thank you.
So, ko manjado tahan iman durbaya se F1 laga se tahan do are affiliated be like officially affiliated as tahan to idu kare to please ki will be I go try karbe tahan man durbaya se, because again tahan potential hai dikho pari ase, and this is something like this is an opportunity that could be missed again. And I would request all the students, all the enthusiasts, please ekbar aina sabe tahan itu garne aise dikhaole aro ekbar aina test kur sabe, and then you'll know bujugo ki ase the whole thing. Our loporde, this is not like they said, idu all of serious ase. They're not here for gaming, they're not here for like fun and all. This is serious business, because again the academy students tahala olado, they're all participating in all these real like races, including go-karting, F1 as well, F2, F3, you know, like bishi as mohan najana. So icha tahan ahado, I feel like, and ide Sir Feroz as he's like the he's a head of the steward. Like, am I saying that right, sir? So like, there's so much of like the ecosystem. One is secure. It's not just the racing part. Alag positions can be like there's so many opportunities. Iduk par ahin explore koribe. Ekbar request kare sa apne so kibi. To TXG to 28, 29 to hoye this month. Ekbar ahina sir hangi look paibe. Alag apart from idubi alag harbi bishi ase, which will like really like I feel like expose kuro apni han laga mindset to. The least we can do is ekbar ahina present Purina, ekbar tahangi be chance dile bishi bhalo. So idubai moila kotalo end kuro. Aro like Kaki, would you like to say something?
Yeah, this whole TXG is not just about the gaming, but it's also, we have some amazing speakers, amazing workshops, other games as well, apart from F1. So it's a celebration of technology and gaming. I encourage all students, all racing enthusiasts, everyone. This is an event for everyone. There's music, there's food, so it's a celebration. Please do come. We'd love to have you in Kohima. Thank you so much.
The viewers itu event laga organizers kanbra aji press conference the details kan share ko laga apnan hunilishe itu event do 28 or 29 August Kohima te lolese morning 10 am dese aru itu championship laga age criteria do 10 to 15 years kadase itu championship pra young racers kange professional F1 simulators te compete kori laga chance diwo aru ina motorsport or related fields kande tahan opportunities kan pursue kori laga be chance diwlese itu championship te prize pool do 2 crore rupees ase aru itu overall champion do 3 crore laga development opportunity dohan bi pawalese eta garni manase. For more news and updates, keep watching Global Window. This is Loli Watsa with my camera person Anungai Jamir reporting from Zone Nia 2 Chumukidima.